Hello, hello out there. Happy Thursday. I am, before I can do anything on this desk, I am going to need to tidy it up a bit. So that's going to be my first order of business as I talk a little bit this morning um, and share what's happening in my world since I last saw you yesterday, or since I was last here yesterday. Um, just really looking at um, here, I'll do my little intro this morning. How about that? I'll start with that. Okay. It's Thursday, April 18th. We are 18 days into my vlogging series, the ABCs of me. And I woke up this morning to a text message from, well, not woke up to, but this morning I got a message from one of my PPP practitioners, one of my deep divers. Uh, and she said, I just finished watching your vlog, one of your vlog series, and I just bought 5 pens, and I blame you. And I'm thinking in my mind, you're welcome. You're welcome. So the series has been really fun to do and to get so much interaction from you all, and I think that's what I've been missing. I don't think I get it, that I don't think I get the um the amount of effort that I put into what's it called, Instagram. Sometimes I just feel like, is this thing on? Is anybody listening? Like, it just feels like I'm talking into an abyss over there. And I was like, let me check on my YouTube people and see what they're doing, because maybe they are a little more responsive, engaged. It's not even like I don't need people to always be like listening to me and doing what I do, but I just want to know that my effort is landing somewhere with someone. Is that too much to ask? And so, because otherwise, my energy is such that I need sacred reciprocity. Like, I need people to reciprocate. Like, you don't have to do exactly what I do. You don't have to show up to everything that I do. But I feel like if I'm putting out this much energy, I just want to know that it's landing somewhere with someone who gives a flip, if I'm being honest. So yeah, so that part. So thank you to those of you who make it a point. Ooh, I think this might be our strap for this. Ooh. Remember yesterday I was struggling to find a strap for this, or to decide how I wanted to close it? That might be it. I'm going to sit that over there and think about it. So, yeah, I lost my train of thought right there. Yeah. So anyway, all that to say, thank you all for engaging with me, for reaching out to me via email, leaving comments in the comment when you watch the replay, for showing up here live when you can. It really makes a difference. I just want to say that it's not falling on like deaf ears, and I'm not taking it for granted whatsoever. I am absolutely 1000% grateful to all of you. Hi, Christina. Hi, Tiff. Tiffany, where are you supposed to be right now? What time is it? Hi, Tiff. I'm glad you're here. And thank you for giving a flip. I love you, girl. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Danny Marie. Welcome from California. Ooh, it's a little early for you, huh? 10, 9, 8. Not too much, but well, in my definition of early. Because I know some of y'all, I might be looking at you, Tiffany, been up since 4 a.m. So just saying. Thank you, Christina. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. So that's that. I think that was the sort of reason that I was like, you know what? I gotta come back to Instagram, I mean to YouTube and just see what people are doing over here because maybe this is my happy place. Because I really want to be where my happy place is. Um, let me go before I do my little introduction and all that. I want to say if y'all know of a good way to clean brushes, this brush is so stiff, and I believe I am to blame. The brush didn't do it; I did it. But I'm pretty sure there's gel medium stuck all in this. I've tried cleaning it. I've sat it in water for days. It just So if you have some fun suggestions for me, I did once clean out a brush using what's that stuff called? Fabuloso, awesome. I don't know, something like that. But that stuff that's a lot of chemicals. And your girl does not want to do that. So if you have some suggestions for me, around some good ways to get the gel medium out of my brushes because this is one of my favorite brushes and I use it for glue. I have one for glue and one for gesso. Um, and I love them, but now my glue one is all gluey. So I need a recommendation for how I can what I can do with that. So y'all, let me tell you something. Doing this every day, there's one thing I thought it would do for me that it is actually doing the opposite. So let's name that. I thought it was going to help me, like, okay, wrangled this. I talked about this. Now I can put it in a box and put it in my closet and move it out of my way. Oh my God, everything is everywhere right now. It's kind of ridiculous. It did not have that effect that I thought it was going to have. In fact, in some ways, it's making me pull things out of a closet that have been nicely tucked away and forgotten about for years. And now here they are, front and center again. Lord help me. So, so I don't know. I'm gonna keep going though. I'm in it to win it. I'm over the middle way, um, the middle point of the month, and so I'm not stopping. I'm gonna keep this going. I just need to recalibrate what I thought this was gonna be doing for me. I really did think it was gonna help me put some things away. That's not what's happening. Not at all. I just keep bringing things out. So there's that part. All right. So today, let me do my little intro here. Hi, happy Thursday. My name is Kiala Givehand. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I have been YouTubing, sharing on YouTube since 2012. I went yesterday and it was so odd. I noticed that I've actually had a channel since 2011. I don't know what in 2011 I thought I was going to do because no, in 2011 I was like not even thinking about YouTube in any kind of way. So so anyway, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for joining. Glad to have you. I hope you stay around for a long, long time. If you have been one of my tried and trues and you've been here, especially if you're a day one, thank you. I'm grateful. And welcome back. So this month of April 2024, I am doing what I'm calling the ABCs of me. Yes, I made it up. It's a vlog series where I am talking about the things that I love, care about, find fascinating, am obsessed with. But I'm using the alphabet to rein me in and wrangle me in because I was raised by a chatty Gemini mama and I know how to talk. Even though once I talk a lot, I'm out of gas. I'm like, okay, done for I've met my quota. But when I'm in my flow, I can talk. I was raised by a mama who taught me to get in there and say what I gotta say. So I can absolutely do that. So the alphabet is all about helping me keep it somewhat reined in if you go back a few days and you notice I was on for 4 hours, you were like, well, who was reining you in that day? That was a fun day, but we won't be doing 4 hour live streams unless it is like some real special occasion. That was a fluke, y'all. That was a fluke. So today my goal is under an hour, and I'm already 20 minutes past the hour. So I'm gonna say that I started a little late. I think I started about 10 minutes late. So I'm gonna go till about 10 minutes after the next hour. Um, and then right after that, I'm hopping on to a live on Instagram with Cindy Gilstrap, who goes by Junk Art. We're going to be talking about retreat, Sacred Makers Retreat. And today I'm going to be talking about retreats too. So every day I've been doing a particular letter. Today you have joined me for letter R. And I have a Southern twang. So you might say R different than I say R. It's the one between Q and S. The letter between Q and S. That's the one we're doing today, okay? Letter R. So there are a couple things I do on every live stream. One is I write down what I'm going to be talking about to try to keep me to task. So let's do that. And for today, we're going to talk about recycling art or recycled art. We're going to talk a little bit about resilience. What else did I put on the list, y'all? Oh, the big one. Retreats. In fact, I'm probably going to start there because I don't want to run out of time. I want to talk about retreats. We might talk about raw eating. Oh, and I said maybe rising signs if we get time. Okay, that sounds like enough. That sounds like way more than I can get through in this short amount of time that I have. I'm going to take a couple sips of tea here. Thank you to my husband who made me tea and had it sitting on my desk when I came in. Listen, y'all, I'm keeping him. I'm going to keep him. I'm going to keep him. Tiffany said, hi, Nancy. Welcome. Let's see who else is here that I haven't said hello to. Hello, hello, hello. If I have not said hello to you. Happy 37th, Suzanne. Whoop, whoop. That is big, sister. Damon and I were just talking the other day about how we have been married almost, it'll be 20 years this year. Yeah. Back in the day, dating somebody for 2 years was like inconceivable for me. I've been married to the same man for 20 years and I still love him. More importantly, I like him. We are friends. He's my BFF. And I don't take that lightly because I know a lot of folks who don't make it past 6 months in their marriage. So 37, sister, high five on that all day, every day. Congratulations. Congratulations. Tiff said I actually slept until 6 a.m. because Penelope was sick. Tiff, I'm going to call and check on you. Check on her later. I'm going to check on PJ later. I hope she's feeling better. I know Denali was having something the other day, and now PJ, well, I need to come over there and check on the pups. Let me come check on them. They need a little Kyla loving. They missing me. Maybe that's what it is. Let's see. Soak it in 91% alcohol, Tiff says. All right, Tiff, I'm on it. I'm going to do it today. I think I have some 91%. If not, I know where to get some. Thank you for that. I'm going to try it. Dan Marie says, yeah, it's kind of early in Cali. I'm sitting here with my morning tea and hanging out with you all. Well, welcome. We're glad I got my tea here too. Featuring a mug by my friends over at Kodo Experiment, Andy and Chinatsu. It combines the best of both of them. He is the ceramic artist, the potter, and she is the indigo artist. And this is a beautiful mug. I can't turn it sideways because I'll spill my tea. That the two of them made, and it's one of my treasures. I love it so much. Um, they they have taught for me in the past at Sacred Makers. Um, yes, Tiff, with the rising signs and the Geminis. Okay, let's see. Oh, Nancy, yes to cleaning up. All right, I got a lot of good stuff in the chat. Suzanne says try Murphy soap. Um, Christina says I use brush cleaner from General Pencil. Um, why do I think I have some of that, Christina? Is it in that little beige container? Is it is it this? No, this says the Masters brush cleaner. I don't know this General Pencil company cleaner. Cleans even old dried acrylic. It's a cake of dry cleaner, and you scrub your rinse brushes on it. Oh, this is it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to try it. We'll see. I don't know what this. I have this, and right now it's serving as decoration because I don't really use it. I mean, every now and then I have. Once or twice. Okay, so I will try all these things. Thank you, y'all. I appreciate it. See, the beauty of having community, the beauty of having people who know things you don't know. That's a gift. That is a gift. What else? Suzanne says, I still like my husband too. Yes. Kudos for people who like their spouses and their partners. Tiff says, yay for good marriages and best friends and hubbies. Yep, it's rare and it's golden. Well, I'm missing the pups too, so maybe it's time for a visit. All right, so she said, turn it over and see. Let me see. Oh, General Pencil Company. Christina, if I was with you, I'd give you a high five, sister. Thank you. Okay. I love it when I don't have to go out trying to find anything. Shop your stash, people. It's my mantra. Shop your stash. Yeah, I already have the stuff likely. Okay, so keeping an eye on the time. Let's shuffle and pull a card today. Why don't we? I'm going to look right here in my drawer and see. Actually, I'm going to do something. I have a deck that I have not opened. I subscribe to this deck club, and I'm not going to say how long this has been sitting on my floor unopened. Tiffany, close your mouth. Shut your mouth. Don't you say a thing. Don't you say a thing. I'm not going to say how long this has been sitting in here unopened. I'm not going to talk about that. Just, I'm opening it now. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So, this is a deck that I don't know. This is my first time looking at it. So, we'll look at it together really quickly here, and we'll do a pull from it. It's called The Golden Future Oracle by Diana Cooper. Artwork by Space Before. That's an interesting name. Space Before is a digital artist who delves into the ancient yet futuristic realm of visionary collage art. Well, hello there, Space Before. Diana Cooper is a best-selling author of 34 books on spiritual subjects, including angels, unicorns, dragons, and Atlantis. Let me tell y'all something. If I could pick where I'm going to live, Atlantis. I believe in Atlantis. Don't judge me. Don't let it make you change your opinion of me. But I believe that Atlantis was a real place, y'all. And I'm not saying it was in Atlanta, like some people like to say. But we'll talk about Atlantis another day. So, yes, Atlantis. I'm right there looking for it with everybody else. Where is Atlantis? All right, so let's check out this. Let's check out this deck. The Golden Future Oracle. Let's see what it says. It says, we are moving towards a golden age, a time of peace, harmony, and abundance. I'm there for that. When everyone cooperates for the highest good. Oh, I'm really there for that. The Golden Future Oracle offers guidance to help you negotiate our current turbulent times. as well as preparing you for the cosmic energies that will shift the planet to a higher frequency. Bring it on, baby. I'm here for all of that. Let's look at some of the images. Oh, not what I was expecting. Well, maybe I should have expected it. That one says the population, seize your opportunities. Community life. It's very vibrant. I don't know that I was expecting. Oh, look at this cutie. It's a cutie. The new children. Be all you can be. Family relationships. Attune heart to heart. Education. Expand your right brain creativity. Yup. Leisure and sport. Participate and have fun. We're not going to go through all of them. Don't worry. Creativity. And it's number 7. If you've been here for a minute, you know number 7 is my number. That's my number. Express your soul energy. Yes. Music. Bring yourself into divine harmony. Homes. Oh, look at these little how do you say it? Geodosic houses. Live in an ecological, creative, and fun space. I'm there for it. Food. Yes. Choose locally grown organic produce. This is an interesting deck. I'm looking at the words and I'm like, I wonder how. Oh, yeah, work satisfaction. Seek that which fulfills your soul. All right, I'm liking these. I'm just going to do a little, this is like a little dealing shuffle where you just kind of started with the shuffling because these are new cards, which means they have some stuck togetherness. I feel like that's 2 cards. No, they're kind of thick and they're kind of glossy and they're kind of shiny and slippery. Look at the unicorn. Yes, I also believe in unicorns. I sure do. I do. Planetary cleansing. Yes, we need some of that, y'all. The whole planet needs a little detox. It really does. I feel like these are 2 cards. They're very thick. And every now and then I feel like there's 2, but I guess it's just 1. All right, let's get our shuffle on because I have to shuffle. Can't help myself. With Oracle cards, I do not read reversals with Oracle cards. And for those of you who don't know what reversals, like if the card, this is upright, but if I flip the card and it comes out like this, upside down, that's a reversal. I don't read reversals when it comes to Oracle cards. And it just depends. Well, now I'm about to be reading reversals because I just shuffled that wrong. And also, usually Oracle cards aren't really meant to be read in reversal, which is why usually the backs of them are all directional. All right, let's get a good shuffle in here. Y'all know the shuffling makes me happy. Danny says, what a cool deck. Very fun and colorful. Yeah, it is. I usually don't like commercially printed decks. I shouldn't say it that way. That's not true. I usually don't like decks that have the same kind of look and feel. And sometimes you start buying decks from the same companies, the same publishers, and all of their decks start to have a very similar look and feel. So this is a little different. It's got a little futuristic energy going on. The cards are huge, though. Come on, people. We got to shuffle these things. Make them a little smaller, please. We got to shuffle these things. Okay, so I'm just going to pull 1 for today. 1 for today, collective energy. What do we need to be thinking about for our future? What do we need to be thinking about for our future? 1 card. 1 card. planetary cleansing. Didn't I just say we need some of that, y'all? Planetary cleansing, number 35, which is an 8. 5 and 3 is 8. Go back to what I said about the 8s on the letter N day when I talked about numerology. 8 is that power energy, strength energy. Let's see what the book says about it. That gives us a chance to see how the book is written, since I don't know this deck. Planetary cleansing. Keep your space pure and clear. Okay, first of all, let's just pause before we go to any book. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's get into this. Who just said in the chat they're working on cleaning up their space? I think that was Nancy. And I think planetary cleansing starts at home. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like we have to learn how to be cleanly in our own spaces so that we can then take that out into the world. And I'm talking about recycled art today and recycling things for your art today. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, which I think helps towards planetary cleansing. I think making sure we don't dump our acrylic paints water down the drain. I feel like there's so many things we can do to help as artists just in our art world. But first and foremost, I think it starts with our own homes, keeping our spaces pure and clear. I think is also important. I talked about energy leaks. I don't remember which day, but having all these things surrounding us, piles and piles and piles of stuff, it's blocking your energy, period, point blank. And so, especially your creative energy. So I feel like this is a great card for all of us mixed media folks, all of us, all of us supply collectors. We're going to call ourselves collectors, not hoarders. I think this is a good reminder that a part of keeping the planet clear. Now, listen, let me pause because I know some of y'all out there are going to go, but Kyla, this is why we have all the stuff so that this stuff isn't out in the planet. That's why we hoard it all. We don't throw anything away. Find some balance, people. Find some balance. That's all I can say. So I think this is a really great card for us today. Like when I map this number 8 to it as well, I'm like, what if our power and our strength comes from keeping our space pure and clear? Right? What if that is what is real and true for us? So I think that's really, I think this is a lovely card for today, especially given what I'm going to talk about, especially given right before Damon walked out of the room, I said, I have got to wrangle this studio this week, babe. So there's that. All the signals pointing to yes. All right, so let's see what it says. Let me get my little specs here so I can read these tiny words. Planetary cleansing. Keep your space pure and clear. In the consciousness of the golden future, everyone has a sense of self-worth and personal integrity. So they keep their surroundings clean, natural, and beautiful. Goods will be wrapped in ecological, reusable, biodegradable plant materials not yet envisioned. So there will be no waste or rubbish. White goods, televisions, and our current computers will be obsolete, replaced by totally biodegradable high-tech goods powered by harmless frequencies. Well, hello, I'm here for that. Didn't we just talk about red light, white light, and blue light the other day in our sleep patterns, quality sleep? By 2050, currently inconceivable dematerialization techniques will mean that the mountains of rubbish around the world will be disposed of. This includes the atomic dust from nuclear power stations, which will all have been shut down. Residues of waste dust will be taken by unicorns for final clearance in the sun and Helios, the great central sun, a gateway to source. In the golden future, we will keep our planet pure and clean. Then it goes on to give some guidance. I'm going to skip ahead and say, this card is a reminder that every single thing you do to help our environment makes a difference. But do not judge those who drop litter or pollute, for judgmental thoughts create psychic pollution. Instead, bless those people with self-worth to raise their frequency. Your guidance is to make ecological choices and live lightly on Earth, for your actions profoundly affect people and help the planet. Well, I think that's just a lovely message for us today. What do y'all think? Planetary cleansing. I'll put that up so you can see it. I love it. All right. So with that said, again, that's the Golden Future Oracle. New to me. We'll see. I often get the decks from this subscription box, and I usually gift them to people because if I don't resonate with it pretty quickly, I try not to keep it. You know what I mean? I don't want to just have it sitting here. So there's that. All right. So let's talk a little bit about retreats first and foremost. Let's talk about sacred makers. So y'all know I need something to do with my hands while we're talking about sacred makers. Okay. Let me do it this way. I'm going to talk about retreats, but I'm also going to talk a little bit about recycle art. One of the things I'm going to talk about recycle art first, and then that way, while I'm doing a little task with my recycle art project that I want to talk about, I can also be talking about retreats while I'm sorting through stuff. So one of my ways of recycling, obviously, I have to accredit Tiff with being somebody who has really gotten me into like thrifting for my art stuff, thrifting for fabrics to use in my fabric stash instead of buying new fabrics. Also, I buy new fabrics. Let's just be clear. Thrifting for vintage books and vintage papers and things that you can recycle and use in your art. I was never really a thrift store kind of person, going to looking for art supplies and things at thrift stores. Not at all. Never. Like, that just wasn't something that I did. Excuse me, maybe once or twice, but in the grand scheme of things, not really. So that's one of the ways that I do that. Also, I try not to throw away plastic bags and things. I have my brown bag beauty class that shows you how to recycle 3 different kinds of brown paper bags. So I have my sort of things that I'm trying to do to put that into the earth. I try to be very aware of what I do with my water after I've used acrylic ink and cleaned off my brushes or acrylic paints. So I'm mindful as best as I can be. Obviously, there's a lot of packaging and things we get with our supplies and stuff that is really bad, but I try to save things like, oh, do I have it handy? I purchased something, I don't know, a year or two ago that came with this in a huge package that was like this big, I'm going to say 22 by 18 piece of plastic like acetate, and I kept that, and I've been cutting off pieces of it and using it in different projects, using it for things. So like just paying attention to what I throw away and keep. I definitely try to keep the plasticky things and do something with them. There are things where I haven't quite made the transition, but also one of the things that I think I do that helps the planet is not use so many chemicals in my cooking, my cleaning, in my own personal hygiene products. You know, I feel like all of that is helpful as well. I think if we are each doing the little parts that we can do, it makes a difference. I hate to hear people say, well, I'm just one person, it doesn't make a difference. No, I think your one little thing does make a difference. And the more you do, the better things are. So I think we just do the best we can as often as we can. We don't judge ourselves. But we also don't give up on our planet. You know what I mean? Like as far as we know, regardless to what all they're saying on in the news and the movies, as far as we know, this is the one we get, and this is it. Until I know without a shadow of doubt otherwise, right? We have to take care of this planet. And so, yeah, just recycling like paper towels. You all have probably seen me using the same paper towels over and over again for stuff, because even when I have used it to its capacity, I don't throw it away. I bring it into collage. In fact, I might do a little bit of that if we have time today. I'm looking at the clock. All right. So another way, I mean, I keep little things too. Like this is from a coffee shop here. And I put that right into my printmaking stash because you open that up. That's a coffee cup holder. And you open that up. Look at all that good texture you have there for making marks in your art, right? So that goes right into my bin with all of my printmaking things. And so another way that I do that is by keeping envelopes and things that people send me, especially, let's see if I can find, this has, I love to keep the ones that have what they call privacy envelopes that have these beautiful, that feels like good collage material to me. So I try to keep these envelopes. Look at those little marks. That looks like the seed stitch to me when we're stitching and you do a little slow stitching with seed stitch. That's what that looks like to me. So I feel like, you know, I try to keep, I don't keep every single one, y'all, but I also keep the ones that have these little windows in them because you can do some cool things with that. Look at this one. Look at that. That's awesome. But look, I mean, I just feel like that's some good little stuff. You don't have to do a lot to it. It's just ready. Look at that big window. That's nice, right? So I just try to keep envelopes. So I have a whole bin of stuff because I have this vision that one day I'm going to teach a mail art journal course. So I've just been gathering up stuff for it. It's a huge container of it. Right. And junk mail, all the little junk mail coupon things that come in the, so this thing is I probably need to get a second one and start filling it up. But so I'm gonna sit here right now and sort through some of the envelopes in this while I talk to you. Because that's the one thing I haven't done with this stash is start sorting through my envelopes, right? The ones I want to keep whole, the ones that are more like my, you know. So I'm going to just do a little bit of that while I talk about retreats. So, of course, I want to talk about Sacred Maker Soul Retreat. Well, let me pause for a quick second and say something else. Hold on. I think I am going to get to eventually teaching this course. So for those of you that think you might want to take it, your first task in the course is going to be to do exactly what I'm doing right now and put things in piles. Put things in piles. And the first two piles are envelopes, right? Because a lot of your junk mail comes in envelopes. And so put your envelopes that you plan to keep whole in one pile, and the ones that are like your privacy security ones that you're going to open up to use for things, go ahead and open those up and get them in the pile. Okay, so just so y'all know what I'm doing and where I'm going. All right, let's talk about retreats. First and foremost, let's talk about my signature retreat, which is Sacred Makers Retreat at Squam Lake. You can go to sacredmakers.com and find out lots of information. Ooh, I like this little pattern. That's nice. It's a baby in terms of the retreats I have run in the past. I've been running retreats for about, I'm going to say, let's see. I think the first one I did, it was probably in 2012. I did a writing retreat up at Russian River in California. Ooh, I like that little yellow. That's nice. That's nice. And so I've been running retreats for a while, solo, like retreats that I'm in charge of. And I've been attending retreats for a long time too. I like to attend retreats because I think it's a beautiful way to step outside of your everyday, have time to be taken care of. I specifically like a retreat where they feed you while you're there. They take care of everything. You just show up and make art or write or do whatever it is you're there to do. That That feels yummy to me. I like that nice big window there. That's a good one. Oh, this one doesn't have anything. We'll put it over there. So the Sacred Maker Soul Retreat is a retreat that my husband and I are in charge of. And it happens in New Hampshire. And I'm just going to go ahead and say right now, go ahead and put this out into the world. We were at one point going to do it twice a year, every year. We have decided this year, as of this year, that that's not going to be our path going forward, that we will instead be doing it once a year there. And the second retreat of the year, we will move around within the U.S. and maybe even internationally. So right now, that's the plan moving forward. So if you are interested in attending Sacred Makers in New Hampshire at Squam Lake, I invite you to come on to June 2024. Because we're always shifting and changing things based on what feels good and right for our community. And one of the things we know is that it's not always accessible for people to get, if you're in California, it might feel hard to get all the way to New Hampshire. And so moving things around. Also, we have a huge global community as well that we want to, address. So anyway, all of that to say, Sacred Makers Soul Retreat at Squam Lake. I'm going to pause there for 1 second and say, when you get things like this, y'all, that have all this color on it, like that's good collage material as well, right? So I'm going to keep that one whole because I might do something with that. I like the colors on it. Also, the papers that come inside of these things, right? Like these little things like this. Oh, you can't see that. These little single sheet things like this. Like I can turn these into tags. Like there's so many things. So keep those in a pile as well. So I've got 3 piles going here right now. One are the security envelopes, the envelopes I'm keeping intact, and all the things that come out of the envelopes. Okay. So Sacred Makers is our baby. She's our baby retreat. And it is specific to mixed media artists, fiber artists, and really anyone is welcome, and people who are wanting to learn and dabble in those areas. We are pretty committed to making sure there's a space for makers of all kinds. And the beauty of the retreat at Squam Lake is that everything's, other than your travel, you got to get yourself there. But once you're there, the price you pay us is, it takes care of your lodging. It takes care of your classes. You get 2 classes as of right now. We're working on maybe adding a 3rd class for everybody, for folks who want to do a 3rd class. We're not there yet, but we're working on how we can play around with our schedule to get you a 3rd class in there while you're there. But you're meant to come there and retreat. You're meant to come there and not have to worry about food. You get 3 meals a day, really good meals, by the way, not camp food, because it is on a beautiful lake. Squam Lake is a really beautiful lake. That has some amazing energy. I like that little yellow. Look at that. It's got these bumpity bump things on it here. That's some nice texture. I think I'll keep that one as is. So you get, these, I have a subscription to a thing that sends stuff in these envelopes all the time. And I like these envelopes because they actually can be the basis for starting a journal, right? Where you already have like a little pocket started, like it's a, so yeah, so I'm gonna keep those whole because I could do some interesting things with that, I believe. Also, So you get your lodging is taken care of, your lodging's taken care of, your food is taken care of, 3 meals a day while you're there, except that last day you just get breakfast. That first day you just get dinner. But the other days you're there, you get whole full meals. And they're beautiful, gorgeous. They have something for everybody, no matter what your limitations are in terms of eating, or your preferences or restrictions. I just like the color of this. That's just I don't know why, but that's a nice color. I'm gonna keep that one whole. So yeah, it's a really beautiful it's a beautiful place. So the teachers that are teaching in June, we've got Tiffany Smith, who's teaching eco dyeing, jelly plate printing, 2 different classes. We have Colleen Attar, who is teaching mixed media journaling. And Colleen brings pretty much darn near. Y'all know what I need? I need a letter opener. Do I not have a letter opener? How's that possible? I feel like I used to have a letter opener. I wonder. I'm not seeing it, but I'm going to use, we're going to make us a letter opener. How about that? I'm just going to use this. Shh, don't tell the letter opening, please. So, I said Colleen Attar is teaching visual journaling, mixed media, art journaling. She brings her darn near her whole studio when she comes, y'all. And she lets you use anything that she brings, you are able to use. I think she even brings her typewriter and sewing machine. And because she drives, right? And so she's able to bring a bunch of stuff with her. And it's really beautiful to watch what comes out of her class. She really takes people on a deep dive, some real soul searching journaling that you do with her. Not a single person has ever come out of her class and not came up to me and said that was life changing. Like, honestly, I'm not exaggerating. People take her class and they feel like something has opened up or unlocked in them. And I think that's pretty powerful to have that happen in a weekend, while you're at a retreat. So we also have Amanda Hawkins Bittner, who is teaching abstract landscapes. And Amanda brings a very vibrant, youthful energy to the lake for us. She's an amazing artist who does, just does some really beautiful things with folks. It's so funny. One person left her class one year and said, I never knew that I could actually draw. And I thought that was so beautiful, considering that Amanda isn't really teaching drawing. So I thought it was just really wonderful to see kind of what comes out of these conversations, these classes. So we got Amanda teaching abstract landscapes. Ooh, I like this little. I like those. I like that pattern. That's nice. It almost reminds me of Zentangling patterns. Just blue, not black. So we have also Deanna Strahan Wilson. This is going to be her first time teaching at the lake with us. And she is teaching nature-inspired water portraits. Collage. Nature-inspired collage watercolor portraits. So y'all going to get a lot in her class. I'm excited about her class too. I try to take a class while I'm there, at least one. So we'll see if I can get that to happen. We will see. We will see. So that's Deanna. We have Cindy Gilstrap, who's teaching a beautiful class with paint, play, fabric. Cindy does a beautiful thing with vintage fabrics. And she teaches some really amazing things with stitching on fabric and making journals, and using up your canvas stuff. Now that's a nice, I like that. I'll keep that folder, keep that one whole. Open it up, but keep it whole. So Cindy brings, oh, I like it when they do this thing where you have little things, and this has like a little pocket in it. Nice. I'll have to see what I can do with that. The other category of recycled stuff to make a pile for is like your, the junk mail pile, like this stuff. You can use it in a lot of different ways. Make a pile, one pile for that stuff as well. Right. And I like to go ahead and separate my sheets out so I can work with them separately. All these little coupon sheets and things that you get. We don't eat fast food and things like that, so I just ignore these and use them for collage stuff. It's basically newsprint, right? It's basically magazine paper that you can use for lots of different things. So definitely make a pile for that as well. All right, let's see where we are. I'm gonna keep going here. So Cindy's class was the last one that I mentioned, and Cindy brings a lot of bright color energy and shows you how to work with color palettes. Not that you have to use her color palette, but she's really going to talk a little bit about how to select your colors, how to pick colors that matter to you, and how to use that to sort of tell a story and shift how you are interacting with your art. These big ones like this, make sure you save these ones. Come on. Oh my gosh. Let's try to get it back. Do you pick from the class? It sounds like a great retreat. Yes, Nancy, you get to pick the 2 classes you want to take. And then on that Saturday, oh my gosh, y'all, come on, what's happening here? Let's get it back. There we go. So the big envelopes, like this one, I can't trick this thing. The big envelopes, keep those intact because I have a plan and a vision for those as I'm doing this. So yes, Nancy, to answer your question, you get 2 classes. You get to pick your first and second. You get to pick your first, second, and third choices. And the sooner you register, when we open registration, and registration is open right now for June 2024. And here's a little blast to let you know. We're going to be opening registration for June 2025 pretty soon here. We just got our dates. I have a couple of teachers I'm waiting to get confirmation from and get a signed contract from. And we're going to start talking about June 2025 pretty soon here. So definitely pay attention to that. But also for this year, we do have a couple of seats that have been discounted thanks to the gracious generosity of one of our past participants, who was like, I want to help somebody else get there if they can. And so you got to get yourself there. There's a little bit of a discount on your seat if you can. So reach out to me if you're somebody who I would like to come, Kiala, but financially right now, let me just use this to, financially right now, it feels hard. We get that. We understand that. So reach out to me if that's you for June 2024. All right, so other teachers, we have Lisa Shepherd Stewart, who is teaching freestyle quilting. I mentioned her yesterday. She owns a fabric shop up in the New Jersey area. and she's bringing a whole community pile stash of batiks for everybody in her classes to use. She's yeah, she's bringing some yummy stuff for us to work with and play with. But on the first day, she's teaching freestyle quilting, and on day 2, she's teaching quilted landscapes. So I feel like if I'm, if it were me and I was kind of like curating for people, be like, if you like abstract and you like landscapes, take Amanda's class on day 1. And I don't know why I just poured that open. There is nothing on the inside of that. That was crazy pants. Take Amanda's class on that first day, the abstract landscapes. And then take Lisa's class on day 2, where you're learning how to do quilted landscapes. And use your painting from Amanda's class to inspire your quilt. Like, how cool would that be? Am I just a geek, a nerd? I think that's really cool. I think that would be a cool thing to do. Then we have Rachel Barclay, who is teaching Sashiko and Hanafuken 2 slow stitching techniques. And Rachel's an amazing teacher. I actually took Sashiko. That ripped right in half. I took Sashiko with her at the lake the last time she taught for us. She is an amazing teacher, and I don't say that lightly. She really, it's one of the reasons she's been invited back. She nurtures. I need people who nurture their students when they teach, like who are, who inspire them and keep them feeling like they can do it, who explain things well. And Rachel does all of that. She's a really great teacher. And I feel really lucky to have her teaching at Sacred Acres. And so I'm glad to have her coming back. She's going to be teaching you how to use Sashiko for all sorts of things, home decor, how to add embellishments to your clothes. I mean, it's a whole part of the visual mending movement, right? So there's that. All right, I'm looking at the time. Here's what else I want to say about recycled art. Well, about the retreat. Hold on, let me get through all the teachers. I don't want to leave out any of my teachers. So we've got Rachel, we've got Lisa, we've got Colleen, Tiffany, Amanda, Deanna, and Cindy. Oh, that is everybody. Did I name everybody? Lisa, Tiffany, Colleen, Deanna, Rachel, Amanda, and Cindy. Oh, yes, there's only 7. So that's right. So sacredmakers.com. Go and check it out on the website. Get yourself registered. It's super fun. I wish I could pay for your travel, but I can't manage that. That feels like a lot of managing of people's personal lives and schedules. So I don't want to do that. But I wish I could handle your travel for you. Bring a friend. Make a road trip out of it if it's close enough to drive. Bring a friend to fly with, a travel buddy. We are also a family-friendly event, meaning if you, for instance, want to bring your partner, you absolutely can. Reach out to me. I'll tell you I'll let you know what the price is for your partner. If they want to take classes, it's the same price as everybody. Except we do try to give a tiny discount to like husband, wife, married folks, partnered people, life committed partner people. Because we understand, again, those are things I wish would happen. I love going to retreats, but sometimes, and I love traveling with my husband. I'm not trying to retreat from him. So again, I told you I like my husband. So I like to go to retreats that welcome spouses, right? There's a lot for your partners to do there. They can just sit out on the dock and read all day. We have a couple people who bring their spouses, and their spouses do things like go kayaking, go hiking, go fishing. There's a lot to do there. Some just take it as a little mini vacation and they sleep in. And then they meet us for lunch and for dinner. They come and sit with their partner for lunch and dinner, right? So we are very, we encourage that. It's a beautiful place to experience with somebody you love. The first time I went out to Squam Lake, Damon was with me, and we had a magical experience. So much so that now we're hosting retreats there. That's how magical our experience was, right? And so we really encourage that. In terms of people with children, be in conversation with me, because if you're bringing kids, you have to have a responsible adult who will be with those children when you're in class. There's no daycare. There's nobody taking care of your kids. So you have to be, but I'm also willing to work with you on pricing for a cabin so that you, your kids, and your partner can be in a cabin together. Not with other people, right? So we're very much flexible and accommodating as best as we can be. We can only do what we can do, but we are willing to have a conversation with you about what that is. And like I said, we're very much, Damon and I are pretty much joined at the hip. And so we invite and encourage partners to come together to the retreats that we hold. Also, if you have folders like this one, right, this is just like a UPS folder, keep those, because these are going to be great in the class as well. I have some cool ideas of what we might do with this. So, all right. I think last but not least, what I'll say, also, if you have like cards and things, someone who gave me this birthday card. Oh, that was from my dentist's office. And while I love and adore them, I think I will be recycling this. So I'm gonna make a pile for cards as well. So last thing I'll say about this particular retreat, and I see I'm going a little over here, is that, definitely save your priority mail. This is made of Tyvek. Do y'all know Tyvek? If you don't know Tyvek, you need to know Tyvek. It's made out of Tyvek, and you can do some beautiful and amazing things with this. So definitely save these if you have any of those. Really good. Ooh, I'm digging that little pattern in there. I think I might put this in that pile. Okay, so I think I'm going to start wrapping up here with this, and I will spend some time talking about the other things on another day, because we have some days at the end of the month, right, that are going to be non-alphabet days. So I'll circle back to things I didn't get to talk about. I got to be really mindful of the time. I'm going to be talking about Sacred Makers with Cindy in a little while here on Instagram. I invite you to come over there and have a little chat with us there as well. We'll be on the Sacred Makers account, so make sure you're following that on Instagram, just Sacred Makers on Instagram. But I do hope I get to meet some of you all in person. Come to the retreat. I would love to have you there. Again, message me if you have questions about like bringing a person with you who's not going to be taking classes. There is a special rate for that. It's not listed anywhere on the website. So make sure you do that, and reach out to me if you're like, hey, any kind of financial support left. Reach out and ask. You never know, there might be. All right, loves, I'm going to wrap up because I need to go get myself ready for Cindy and our conversation. Thank you so much for being here today. I know we didn't get through all the things, but look at me. I think I did a good job here. I didn't go too long. I've been on for about 1 hour and 5 minutes. So Yay. All right, friends. Keep sorting out your mail. Get them in the piles. We're going to circle back to this at the end of the month. Okay. Much love to all of you. Take good care. Have a beautiful rest of your Thursday. And remember, keep your space pure and clear. All right. That's our rest of our week sort of thing to be thinking about. All right. See you back here tomorrow. I don't remember what time I'm going to be on, but I feel like it's early afternoonish, maybe. All right. Love y'all. See you soon. Bye.